With the release of the DJI Pocket 4 that just recently came out, I wanted to go ahead and talk about if the Pocket 3 is still relevant in 2026, and do I think you should upgrade if you already have the Pocket 3. So let's talk about it. And with everything surrounding DJI and its availability in the US, thought that it would be more of a hassle to try to get my hands on the Pocket 4 when in reality the Pocket 3 is still one of the best vlogging cameras that you can purchase, and I just wanted to talk about it. And so if you are a solo creator or a beginner YouTuber or someone who just wants the filming process to be easy, I think that the Pocket 3 still makes a lot of sense. And I think that because the footage that comes out of this camera still looks fantastic. It has a 1-inch image sensor, and because it's on a gimbal, the image stabilization is as good as it can be. The low light performance still holds up. There are some features of the Pocket 3 that I think make it stand out and make it really an upgrade if you're using your phone currently. And one of the features is the tracking feature. It's gonna be one of those things that if you're a solo creator, it's gonna be perfect for you because you don't have to worry about moving out of frame, because when you set this tracking feature up, it can follow your face, which really is ideal if you're a solo creator. Another thing that makes this camera great is the fact that it's super tiny, and right now I have it with the little, I don't know what this is called, the little grip that you attach to the bottom, which makes it easier to hold, but you can detach it. Okay, I never take it off, but one second. Okay, so when you remove the handle of this camera, this thing is still really small. I mean, its profile is, I think, smaller than your phone if you're used to using that for filming. And so if you're shy or you're not really comfortable filming in public, I think this is really a discreet option and great if you're trying to stay low-key when you're out and about filming in public. Another thing that I love about this camera is that it turns on simply by rotating the screen, and it's super quick and it just automatically turns on and you're ready to start filming, which if ease of use and access to quick startup filming, this is going to be a good option. Another benefit of using the Pocket 3 is the fact that it is so small, it's super portable and easy to carry around with you, more so than carrying around a DSLR camera, a bunch of lenses, or even a mirrorless camera, which is still small, but it's even smaller than that. Another reason I think that the Pocket 3 is going to be good in 2026 for content creators is the fact that it has the gimbal, and so it offers stabilization while you're filming. Your phone does a pretty good job, but the thing with your filming with your phone is when you're using the rear camera on your phone, you can't see yourself. Whereas if you're using the Pocket 3, the screen makes it really easy to frame your shot. You can still see yourself, and it still offers that stabilization because it is on a gimbal. I think the main downside of using a Pocket 3 in 2026 is the fact that it is not weather sealed. It is not waterproof, whereas the DJI Action 6 or the Nano cameras from DJI, those are waterproof. So it really kind of depends on what you're going to be using the camera for, or what situation you're going to be using it in. If you're worried about rain, water, splashes, if you're at the beach, then I don't think the Pocket 3 is going to be the best camera to choose in those types of scenarios. But I think having the gimbal and the tracking features and the image sensor kind of offset it not being waterproof. I also personally think that the Pocket 3 in conjunction with the DJI Osmo Action 6 and the Nano, I think the three cameras together are such a great combination of cameras to have in your kit because they really complement each other, and they fit the best of both situations, where if it starts raining you can switch to the Action 6 or the Nano, or if it's going to be a nice bright day out and you want to have the stabilization and the 1-inch sensor, then the Pocket 3 is going to be a really good option as well. And so lastly, I wanted to talk about who I think this camera is going to be good for in 2026. I think that it's going to be really good for vloggers, solo creators, travel creators. I think this is a really good travel camera because it is so lightweight. I think also it's going to be good for beginners who are using their phone but they want to level up their footage. I think that this is a great option, and I think it's going to be really good for content creators who want to start parsing down their gear load, and they're not you don't want to carry around a bunch of like 20 lenses, a giant camera, a ton of accessories. I think that if you're trying to simplify your setup, the Pocket 3 is going to be great for that. And I think one of the reasons why the Pocket 3 is great for content creators in 2026 isn't because it's the perfect camera for every situation. I think it's because it makes creating feel really simple, and that accessibility and the fact that it has less friction than some setups can, I think that makes this a great camera in 2026. And also, I just also want to mention the fact that the Pocket 4 did just come out. The Pocket 3 is at a discount, so you're saving some money as well. So I think that that's, especially in this day and age with gas prices going up and cost of living going up, if you can save a few bucks on a still really great, relevant, high-performing camera, then why wouldn't you do that? But anyway, I hope this helped you decide if you're trying to upgrade or maybe level up your videos from using your phone and you want something that, you know, is a dedicated camera. Then I think that the Pocket 3 is going to be great for you. I will link it down below, as well as some of my favorite accessories that I love using with the Pocket 3. And stick around and subscribe to my channel if you want to see me test out some cameras and gear that makes filming really simple and easy. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video.